Hey everybody. I had to restart that one because I was just totally tongue-tied. just I started mentally like anyway. Hi. Wee bit more Silent Hope. I'll catch you up on what's going on. Shouldn't be too long a video, but I appreciate you being here anyway. So, one thing I was trying to say, but my brain just wouldn't. It's you. You're speech jamming me. Christ. Anyway, so for whatever reason, when you're trying to attach this process to the recording software, it's called Silent Hope Frederica. I don't know what that's about. But progress-wise, I'm on the 4th floor, which is volcano-themed. So what I'm going to do is do a good fun run all the way down to the 3rd floor boss. I think the last thing you would have seen might have been Panda. If not, do you know what? I'll fight the Panda as well. But once Pandas deed, I'll pause it again and then I'll get down to the boss. And I'll try and summarise the story up to that point. Story, the little bits and bobs that Little Miss Chatterbox has sort of explained as we've been going along. Material-wise, I think I'm alright. I don't really see anything that's going on. Different. I can make cheese now. Woo! I don't know if that was the thing the last time, but I just make one of everything at 3. Am I growing anything interesting? Yeah, I'm growing fruit now. Yeah, I think that's about it for a catch-up. I'll start talking about the story once I'm making my way down to Nilsson Horse, Panda. Okay, so storyline-wise, what's really happened? So this whole zone represents a time in the Princess's Kingdom where what's happened is a sort of really harsh winter that was sort of warned about during the... if you remember the Void Stone? The Story Stone, whatever it was called. There was a really harsh winter following the autumn, and people really started to blame the king. For some reason, like obviously winter was the princess's favourite season. I totally whiffed on that. But winter being her season didn't mean anything to the king, because when this winter came around, he shot her away and stopped letting her go out to do anything, which sucks. The princess then goes on to explain that when she was locked away, she was sad and confused, but then you sort of hear stories that like people were blaming her for the winter. Calling her like an ice witch and stuff like that because she liked the winter so much, and I don't know, maybe it was just easy to blame someone, I guess. But they are the ones that did go absolute ham, eating everything during the autumn festival, even though they were warned. Then we get to the stone. Ooh. She talks about her like love of winter and stuff, and like she used to love coming out and helping them shovel snow. It was like her own little personal thing she'd love to do. With this being the winter where everything was pretty bad, she's like, I need to go out and help more than ever. I don't understand why my father had shut me away. This is the first time I'd ever seen that side of him, being like so, I guess, forceful and tyrannical. Then we find out what the stone says. Well, I need to watch it and not let these guys hit me because they do hurt. But yeah, that's about it. I'm just going to do a full run of the winter zone. Well, I started at 5, but you know, the first 4 floors are nothing burgers now. I was originally doing this zone. Most of the characters I was doing this with had on... I don't have a good brain today, do you know that? Jeez, why am I even trying to talk? They had on a earth stone, because a lot of the mobs that annoyed me in this zone are lightning element. So I was like, right, well I want to clear them up as much as I can. But unfortunately both of the bosses, which take forever to kill, like there's some ramp up on the difficulty of these bosses. I'll tell you that for note. Oh gods. probably going to have to change characters out. That's... swap to this character for when I actually get to the boss side of things. Oh. It's these guys, like anything with electricity, right? It does a really horrible paralyze if you get hit by any electricity. Yeah. But like obviously there's a chance, you're not guaranteed to take a debuff or anything like that. It'll stop you in a track for any move that you're doing, and the move will only go off or execute, but it'll still go on cooldown. And like from a berserker that I like to use with the two big with a big sword that basically does a big whirlwind, she can be knocked straight out of that. That's a relatively long cooldown, and especially in zones like this where it's like all elite enemies, that's where the red ones are. They're elite enemies. Oops. That can be, it's a life or death thing. I'm just taking all the damage. The thing is, I was playing Elden Ring earlier as well, and I was like, what? Last night. So, Twitch TV, Old Man Dargo. Check him out every now and again. It's usually a Tuesday and a Thursday, unless things come up on the Twitch. But he's going through Elden Ring, including the DLC. So we're on the DLC, we're playing around, and I don't know why the past 2 Elden Ring streams I've just been the scrubbiest scrub that ever scrubbed ever. Fighting Malekith, and we enter the ring. I'm ready, I'm locked on, guard, and ready to take some damage or avoid her. That was when I learned that there is an open ring around the arena in Malekith's zone. And yeah, I basically was locked on and sidewalked to my own doom. And I keep doing daft shit like that. Like today I was trying to help him. It wasn't even in the difficult DLC zone. It was in the base game in a relatively easy area. I went in, got hit by something that I had no right getting hit by, which stunned me in a pool of Scarlet Rot, and then I just slowly ticked to death with Scarlet Rot, and I just let it happen. I was like, what? How did that happen? That was daft. It's honestly baffled myself how bad I was. Considering I've done most of the fucking DLC. Like, it must just be the way my build is, but my build, everything that people were saying they had a lot of trouble with, I didn't have as much trouble with. But I'm not one of those nut jobs that's like, oh, I have to do it without summons and I've not really done it. I'm gonna summon. Thank you. I'll bring my Mimic Tier in. You kidding me? Double bleed build up, double frost build up? Aye, alright, sure. Don't mind if I do. These wee guys are the worst as well. Womp. Oh, everybody's approximately the same level. There's like a 5 level difference between folk. Character-wise here. No longer talking about Elden Ring, talking about the game I'm playing, I should say. Sorry, I said I'd pause it, I've just sort of just meandered down. Right, I'll bring us back when I'm fighting a panda. For God's sake. Literally come into an ambush as soon as I hit pause. Jeez. Oh jeez. Zoinks! Shield throw move is so handy in the chat. Although, that being said, I'm taking a bit of a kicking, so maybe I'll swap. End of time! For whatever reason I've decided I'm going to make it hard on myself and play the Sage, but... Pugilistic Panda. He's completely immune to that, so that's not good for me. Yeah. I can keep him around it though, I think he still takes the additional damage. That was close. I thought he'd have been the difficult one to fight that way. It is actually the least trouble I've had with that guy ever. Nearly every one of his hits does a stun, and he'll do quite a bit of damage per hit as it is. And if he stuns you and hits you with, that's like a back kick move that it does, oh, you're in danger. You're just down there to have a bad fucking time.
Keep up the good work.
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'll bring us back when I get to the boss.
Give it your very best shot.
Boss time. So one thing is, this boss has a lot of health, and her invincibility phase is not the best. But she does have a move that I haven't quite worked out how to mitigate, if I'm completely honest. I'll show you it when it arrives. Oops. Immediately take a debuff, because of course I do. See, when she enters this stage, she does like, ow, that was a lot of damage. More attacks, basically. Oops, she's in her invincibility phase. So she'll fuck a bit for that, like that. Sure, it gives you a lot, but if she was still in the middle doing them, it would make dodging that in the middle a bit harder, but she doesn't. She's not going to do the move that's difficult to avoid, is she? No, she's not. Fair. Alright, well, she's not going to use her best attack. I'm not going to complain. Slap.
We faced the harshest cold snap in recent memory. Not even our winter crops will grow in this weather. At this rate, our subjects will face starvation. I distributed our granary's emergency stores, but they devoured them immediately and demanded more. Please, give us food. You're the king. Isn't it your job to help us? Their words still ring in my ears. In hushed whispers, I hear them calling my daughter a winter witch, saying she cast an icy spell on us. They speak nothing but lies. My daughter simply loves the winter. She wanted to help them shovel snow, but I locked her away in her room. She mustn't see how their selfish thoughts have transformed them beyond all recognition.
Yeah, just like I was saying, the people started to kind of blame things because they were desperate, essentially starving. But even though they were sort of warned that although they had all this food in the autumn festival, it didn't really make a much difference. And then we get here, the Burning Wasteland it's called. So a volcano apparently went off and destroyed most of their crops, which is not great. Everybody's using fire into your void and your earth. Let's go for you. I've not done you yet. In you come, buddy. She's by far my favourite to play, but she's not the sturdiest. She's like, to me, so the night guy's supposed to be the balanced one, but he seems to be broken in all fronts for me. These little cute cat flying things, which are cute. Then they're not even different model, they are literally palette swap from enemies from floor 2. Oh. Sorry, dungeon 2. Same as that big rooty looking fucker in the back there. They do have different body types though. The bunnies. Uh-oh. The bunnies are squashed up versions of the bunnies I was fighting previously, so at least there's a difference in them. I'll try and get to that first. Well, hello. The thing that looks like a green Goron. I'll try and get there. For the then I'll call it in this video because that gives me more to sort of grind on this floor. I'm officially done with the previous floor. Like the experience slowed down to a halt, and I don't see the gear. Like the only thing that's really good is that eating pattern that I got off of the boss at the end there. The what is it? The silent ring or whatever. Bonk. Because everything else that drops that floor is kind of like the things for this floor drop at rank 3, so I don't really need to be grinding those rings for everybody. But that being said, the extra defense goes a long way in this floor. It's to the point I'm actually starting to use food. I'm one of them, I'll leave all my best healing items to the very end. Most times. There was one game I didn't do that, was it Phenotopia? Oh! Spammed healing items in that game. Never did go back and try to do that in the harder mode. Revisit. Well, that sounds like it could be fun. I'm not gonna swap to. My accidental boss killer.
Keep up the good work.
Wonder what can I use instead of the black hole. None, because stupid me's power leveled on the same scale. That is really good. The Sage just attacks quite slow, so it's like, no ideal. Well. It's like 2 big hits, and then like, okay, now I need to watch it for a wee while while my skills are on cooldown. That's kind of what the Sage character feels like. I should maybe start using the satellite move instead of the black hole, but I really like the control the black hole gives you. Because it's so easy to whiff with this guy's skill in general. Like that one, a nice big chunky hit for a relatively quick cooldown. Like it's already back now. But it doesn't mean anything if you're constantly missing with the bastard thing. I might as well just go to the next floor. And I know for a fact with the Sage what I can do in these floors is with the dark hole I can, if I aim it so it goes over that kind of fire pouch and it goes off, the fire pouch damages enemies, so it's very nice. 3 hits. This is kind of where the Sage falls off, because yeah, I've got big chunky hits, but little. Like once those are gone, I'm relying on pew, pew, pew. Just not ideal. is fun to play, it's just sad about his relative slow. Like if I could get some like really good attack speed buffs for him, which I guess are like with proper RNG and food buffs, I might be able to actually get that. This character would be amazing. Broken, but amazing. However, the character that I am then describing is in fact just the archer. Which, you know, honestly plays kind of similar, except it's just a fast mage. And the moves are fair enough, they can be big hits, but they're multi-hits. You know what I mean? So it's like, you're doing hundreds of hits instead of like singular, big, massive hits like what I'm doing now. My favourite move with the archer. Ooh. Do you know what? Just swap to the archer for the gauntlet. Not the name of it. Enemy wave floor. This next floor. There's a deer on this floor too, I didn't even know that. Come on, buddy. Where are we going? Damage! I just realised this has 18 floors. Holy shit.
Take care down there.
40 seconds, eh? I don't know if I can do that. See, this character's biggest downside, or biggest flaw, is by far they seem to have the lowest HP pool of all the characters, but it's not really that big a deal if you're constantly at a distance, not getting hit. Big mobs can be a problem for it though. And I got here, and Princess sort of just laments on like, well, oh, what happened there? She sort of like you know, this was sort of like a big end for her kingdom. These fucking balls. Yeah. I think I went as far as 8 and gave up last time. Because these guys suck! Like, even my strongest character can't deal with these damn things, but I can maybe set it up now with an ice stone so that I can do the extra damage. Not what I meant to do. Okay. I mean, it's not what I meant to do, but it is the button I pressed. What I'm saying is I pressed the wrong button. Can't be blaming the controls for me being stupid. Go on, take me to the exit. Sorry. Get my hard-earned loot and see how long I was in the dungeon for. Schlop. I still don't know how to put them into the higher rank classes, like there's a class beyond this one. It's like it wants me to kill something in the depths, so I've got a feeling it's probably the king, to be honest, but I guess I'll find out when I get there. So the game definitely ramps up in the way it plays. Like, I feel the classes are definitely distinct now. She's no the strongest, but I still say the dancer, farmer, one who uses the spears and pitchforks, she's still my favourite to play. Not a bait item. Don't want it. Don't care about commons. I want epics. So although I'm saying like being at a distance makes this guy good, that spread shot ability does so much damage if you go point blank because it hits with all the arrows and it's firing like 5 arrows that are high damage. I just realised I'm wandering blind here. There's an arrow that points the way to go. Though I realise that's not really helpful right now because it's another one of these floors with the moles. Rather than just being solid floor. We want solid floor. We all want weird labyrinths full of hazards. Ah. Well, that actually didn't help. No, it didn't. Didn't do either. Is that it straight south? No, I see it. I see it. I must have just went the wrong direction. Oh, for goodness sake. I'd walked past it. Fress him. Is there a dialogue? Nope. Okay. Well, I'll call it here in a second. And that run was 45 minutes. 49 minutes. Not bad. Not bad.
Welcome back. Please rest as long as you need.
I've got hundreds of those.
Yay! You did it! That's the spirit!
Ooh. Fire feeds, okay. I guess I didn't run into any of those last time. But alas, that is it. As you'll see, I've been on floor 3, so now I'll get... I should have some rank 3s. I got 1 pair of rank 3s, but that one rank 3 is... Oh, that's a lot of damage.
So think carefully about what you want.
But it's only got 1 affix, I'll just try and get a better one. Yeah. The rank up on stuff is... It's quite significant. So that 41% crit. Aye, okay, I think I will game, thanks. But I'll get back to it, I'll get some more story, I'll do another wee summarization next week. Maybe do another boss or 2. Good luck. Take it easy.